Yo, live and direct. Thank y'all for tuning in. This Street Talk Media podcast show. And y'all just seen the intro. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. Shout out to Foon Show. Shout out to uh what's my man E? Um
Just Paul.
Just Paul, man. Shout out to Just Paul, man. So those were a few people
How
you
you know
seen
Just Paul?
in the intro, man. So shout out to them. So look, man, thank everybody for tuning in. And I'm Lil E, the Street Talk TV podcast. E, run it down, baby.
Well, y'all already know my name is Lady Explicit, and this is Street Talk TV podcast. Make sure y'all check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. for Trending Topic Tuesdays and Throwdown Thursdays. Again, I'm your girl, Lady Explicit, and we got two other hosts here. Go ahead, Sierra and Hood. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, you guys, I am CRC, and it's an honor to be here with y'all tonight as we do this Throwdown Thursday. And I'm excited to see what we got in store with these topics, child.
Yeah.
Yeah, these hoes out of control. Yeah, and it's your boy Mr. Hood on Throwdown Thursday, brought to you by Street Talk TV podcast, where everybody's a correspondent. I couldn't find a shirt, so I'm naked under this robe. Too much
You
information.
ain't want to
It's
find
like,
a
oh my
shirt.
god.
It's like, nah.
Yeah,
So
No,
if
I didn't.
everybody don't know where to go, make sure y'all check us on YouTube. You can subscribe, you put your notifications, watch us live there so you can see all of our hosts at the same time. I always stream on my live on Facebook. E, I think you say you stream live on our Instagram, Street Talk TV. Remember, it's Street Talk with one T in the middle. So SREETALK TV. And again, we appreciate y'all tuning in and everything. But today, woo, it's Thursday, Throwdown Thursday, and we got a battle today.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so I hope everybody is ready. So today's topic, because I've been kind of going through this myself, is baby mamas versus wives and baby daddies versus husbands. Now, the reason I am actually going to actually touch on this third Throwdown Thursday because me myself, I have a baby father, I have one child, and currently he has a wife. And we've actually been going through a bad situation, a battle, I guess you would say. She actually just tagged me. Um, After 3 years, she tagged me in a pretty nasty post that I was like, okay, you want to try to test my gangster now. Now, my thing is, when it comes to baby mothers and wives, where, or even baby fathers and husbands, where do people draw the line on where they need to contact or communicate with each other, or is it just up to the baby father or the baby mother to contact to their baby father or baby mother, or is it okay for the husband or wife to be communicating with the baby mother or baby father?
That's good, E. That's good. I don't know. I'm gonna
So
let y'all go first, man. What you think, Hood?
I think that baby mamas and baby daddies have a bad communication rep. Because me personally, I have a bad experience with that. I just was telling someone earlier that it's sad that we gotta have ready-made families as men and women, and some people should start practicing safe sex because everybody not meant to be a baby daddy, and some women not meant to be a baby mother. So, and I know that's probably not what we talking about specifically, but I don't have too many bad feelings with them because like the messages Lady E received. I try to keep it cordial and respectful, and I respect whoever my baby mamas be dealing with. So I always talk to them nicely. I even give them money. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them be that messed up as baby daddies. I've given my baby's mothers and significant others men money, rats, all type of stuff. But yeah, I try to keep it cool with them because I know it could get nasty, and it's not the type of nasty that's comfortable. If that makes sense, it's not a comfortable situation because your child still had to go around these people, vice versa. or you might gotta come get their kids, and you don't want that. You don't want that type of energy around because it's not something that you could just shake off neither because it's visibly there when a person don't like you. So it's touchy, but truth be told, I think it goes into just the maturity level of people. Some people not mature enough to understand that I respect you as the baby father, but that also comes with certain responsibilities that would gain more respect. Like if you actually took care of your child and those type of things, that type of stuff matter too. Because in the family's eyes, sometimes the husband or the boyfriend get put into the father role at 100%, and you don't really get that respect from them. Like they all they it's some sort of like they giving you the lip that they should be giving the person that's not doing as much for the actual child that y'all talking about. And that's starting to be the case in a lot of places because the lady never mentioned how the man take care of the child in the post. If you read it, she talking about thank you for the red Jordans he proposed to me in. What the fuck that got to do with the child? Do the man take care of the child? Like that's something to be talking about. She talking about he proposed to me in them shoes you gave him. So like that just show you her level of understanding about this type of stuff is just small, and it don't, her opinion shouldn't even matter, and it's not gonna matter. But she not really thinking about the child. She more so got something against the lady, and that's where most of a lot of problems tend to come from. Because my fiance sometimes accuses my children's mother of wanting to be with me, like, oh, they had their chance. They should have did what they did when they had you. But that's not even the case. Like, we not even on them type of terms where we look at each other in a relationship type of way, even though we were never in relationships because I got strong semen. So I had got both of them women pregnant off one night stand. And because my semen is potent. No, this is God's sperm over here. This shit break birth control, all that.
Oh
So
my God.
it's the
I cannot
truth.
with him.
I know
But
that.
I
yeah,
cannot.
so
Child, you
but
saying you
but back
saying
to
your thoughts and selling yourself at the same time, okay?
yeah, yeah,
You like
yeah.
how he pushed that, right? You see how he pushed that,
It's
right?
yeah, it was like the best of both worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
What you think?
So I try to, yeah, go
Oh, go
I
ahead.
really feel like it's definitely a touchy subject. And it really depends like what type of relationship you have with that baby mother or baby father. Because like Hood said, if that husband or wife been playing that role and you not around, it's like why do we need your input on anything, or why should that respect level be there, period? Now you do have some healthy relationships where, out of respect, I have a friend and she has a boyfriend who has a child, and she has met the mother, and they may not have this friendship like they good girlfriends, but out of respect, they respect each other. So if she had to go pick up the child, she would pick up the child. Or, if it's ever an exchange of them going to get it or whatever, however it may go, birthday parties or whatever, there's no beef. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no nothing in between. But then you do have those relationships where you have insecure people where, it's an issue about having relations with your baby mother or baby father, because people still be insecure thinking that you deal with them or whatever. But it's just, I mean, I really just think that it just depends on the type of person that is and what type of bond and relationship they have with one another, honestly. Like for me, if I use myself as an example, like when it comes down to myself, like me personally, I wouldn't have any type of conversation with my baby father about anything I'm doing with my child, and who's there to step up and who's being a father towards her. Because if that's not what you're doing, then you lost your right to, even for me in my eyes, you lost your right to have any say so. I'm not going to stop the relationship that you have with your child, but when it comes down to decision making, like I already counted you out.
That's what's up. See, and this is
E,
why
what you
this is
think?
Nah, go ahead, E. Go ahead, explain.
a great conversation about. And this is what I'm saying. This is a great conversation about men and the new wives. Okay. My input on this is once you've did go to that point where they did marry somebody else, marrying them. They're marrying the rest of, because we all gonna be here, especially if we got kids together. So you gonna have, or
E, your
you
service
not
is
gotta see
messing
yourself
up.
in this situation
You
or
break
the relationship. I'm breaking up.
breaking up a little bit. Run it back one more time.
Uh, I'm saying, like, when you married to somebody, you don't marry just that person. You marry their family. And if they already got a pre-existing family, like kids with other people, you're not just getting into that relationship with that individual. You're gonna have to now get along with everybody. Because if y'all start fighting and everybody's bitching and complaining, the only people that's gonna be hurting is the kids at the end of the day, especially if there's other kids involved. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
they see y'all fighting and arguing and this, that, and the third. Now they don't feel comfortable, because if you got a beef with me, I don't feel comfortable with my child going over to nobody's house without me. If you got a problem with me, because then that make me feel like you might take that out on my kid. And I've seen plenty of times do females get with dudes, you know what I'm saying, to take over the place of their baby daddy. And then now these dudes is touching their kids, beating their kids, killing their
Right.
kids. And that shit goes vice versa. I don't know. You might not be feeding my child, neglecting my child on certain things because you don't fuck with me. But you the one
And
that
then
just chose.
I also feel like it really depends on your upbringing too, right? Of how you treat
Mhm.
your wife and how you treat your baby mother, because I know some guys, they really never experience like maybe like that good foundation. Like I know one guy personally who will always take care of his baby mother. And that's why none of his relationships with anybody else will last, because a lot of women aren't going for that. But in his mind, he feel like that's what he watched his father do, right? He watched his father take care of his mother, and regardless
Mhm.
if they was together or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like regardless of what, he always going to take care of his baby mother and provide for her. You know what I'm saying? Like buy her stuff, pay the bills. And like as I mean the only benefit that she don't have is that being her boyfriend or having sex with him. Like every other benefit is there. And a lot of women is not going for that.
He lit.
And
I'm
for
about to be
real,
like that.
that gives that baby mother the the pride to feel like she's number one, regardless of who he deal with. She gonna always feel
Mhm.
superior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You
she
know what
gonna
that come
always
from?
feel.
Mm.
What you say?
That come from that come from like like I won. That's like having a prize baby daddy. That's why some dudes feel like they've been trapped because they are those type of people. And the things and resources that he could provide for a woman would make him an asset for any woman, because I'm pretty sure even the woman that he deal with gonna still get their share, but just not as much as her because she has his
I-
child. I had that problem arise recently. Like y'all know I got custody of my son, but a couple months ago I called his mother phone and her phone was off. I'm like, I don't got no relationship with her, so I paid her phone bill. I got cussed out for like 3 months about a
Yeah.
1 month phone bill. What the fuck is you giving this bitch money for? What is you thinking? Are you crazy? What you wanted her something? I'm like, no, like she need to talk to her son. I might gotta drop him off. I might need to know when to pick him up. I can't have that, you know what I'm saying? Me just popping up at her house. It might be a dude there that she don't want me to meet. Anything, you know what I'm saying? She might be sleeping with one of my
Yep.
friends or something. Don't want me to know. You don't just pop up at these hoes' house. These hoes is vicious. So you know what I'm saying?
So do you think
Called her
then
last
it's
week.
best not to tell your significant other every single detail, or is that because I'm kind of like biased
Mm,
about that a little bit, because it's
Yeah, you
like
can't tell
mm.
that's something like
everything.
right there. You have your reasons, and you are a single father when it comes down to the aspect of having custody of that child. And that's something that your fiance may not understand to the full capacity of why you did that. So in my
Mm.
mind, I would feel like I'm not going to tell her this because she's going to kirk out. But my reasons are concrete, stand solid of why I'm doing this action, not because of my own personal use. Like if it was on your own personal use or you doing whatever, then I will understand her trying to kirk out. But as you said, like X, Y, and Z, like do you feel bad for even sharing like that much detail?
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm learning too. Some things is best left unsaid. And I never really knew what that meant when old people said, but like every detail. And then you know what it was? It wasn't even that I said nothing. It was my cash app because we got each other passwords and stuff. So she
Oh
said that I
God.
sent her some money. She was like, "What you sending this some money for?" So I was just like,
Lord.
her phone was off. It was like my phone on too. You don't see you making no effort to pay my shit. Like, oh Lord.
But
So
okay,
yeah,
but I
it's
definitely
crazy.
feel where both of y'all are coming from. And that sounds like in those type of relationships, everybody was communicating with each other some way, some form of fashion. But I don't communicate with my baby father at all. I don't communicate with his wife at all. That my daughter's old enough that I don't need to talk to near one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So for you to
Yeah.
come in and try to attack me on some sideways shit, that's just some underlying hating that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have said all this shit 3 years ago. Why wait till now to pop off?
I
You
seen
know
a
what I'm
message
saying?
about you
So,
moving to Georgia too.
Hold on, let me say
uh-huh.
something, Hood. Look, as I was just listening, analyzing what everybody's saying, I respect what all y'all saying, and it was kind of leading me to, um, these type of situations that the parents go through, when you're talking about this type of stuff with these type of topics, it all leads down to one thing, okay, and that's the kids, and that's how they see, or hear how their parents are communicating with each other. You know what I mean? No matter what, no matter what. And that goes on a positive level and a negative level. So we see it right now in this time. You feel me? That we in, because we are some of those kids. Okay, y'all
Mhm.
know that we are some of those kids that had those type of situations with, obviously your parents and stuff like
Growing up
that.
and seeing,
You
yeah.
feel me? So look how it affects you. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, on a positive level and a negative level. No matter what, it still goes back to the kids and what they're seeing and hearing. Okay, so no matter what, it's going to affect them, especially if the adults, like you said, Hood, especially as men, um, don't if they don't know how to, of course, think, and be grown, then obviously, like you said, things can get on such a bad level. We see it every day, and it's
Mhm.
sad to say that, and we dropping left and right. We dropping left and right. We killing each other left and right. A lot of this stuff do be
Domestic.
over women. We already know that.
Right.
Yeah. Cause
You know what I
I
mean?
said that too. I said
You
that the
said that
most
once
everything
before.
going on, everything that's going on mostly people don't want to believe it, but it's not over women because it ain't too much money involved in today's society. As far as drugs, people hate to admit it, but it's really not no money in drugs. But the hate that you could gain for somebody over dealing with the same woman is like it's just out of this world. I never seen nothing like it. And
Right.
I don't know if it's because men are competitive or they territorial. Like when you see a dog pee on a tree and you just think, oh, that dog just pee on that tree. But he pee on that tree every day. That's his tree. So when he smell another dog scent, he go back and pee twice. Now he's shitting right there and all this other stuff because he feel like that's his tree. That's what I feel like baby mamas are. Trees. Okay? You let somebody piss on my tree, you let somebody do something to that coochie, and now I got a problem with you. For real. Because first of all, I shouldn't even be dealing with no baby daddy if you call yourself being my girl and all that other stuff. That's why I'm trying to promote like earlier before we made this topic, my friend called me and was mad that his baby mama got pregnant by another dude and he gave her the money to get an abortion, but she didn't get the abortion. But another dude though, this was already his baby mother. So, so,
What?
so, yeah. So women would say, but they had one child together. Her only child was by him, and he didn't want her to have a new baby, so he was upset. So he paid for
God,
abortion, and she didn't get the abortion. So he's
and she
upset.
ain't get it.
I've been in I've been in that situation, and it is very, very disheartening. Like real loud. Now and it's nothing worse than sharing a baby mama. Women do not get that. It is not common for having like DC got this little meme that go around, and it be so funny, but it's serious. They be like,
Mhm.
this bitch got a baby by every hood. Her baby, they in the house beefing, and it seems comical, but
And
they be having
now,
babies
but
by
it's
dudes.
not funny
They
because now
know
the
their baby
kids is
father
gonna
don't like
grow up
them.
fighting each other.
Yeah, but they have a baby by two fathers that's from two different neighborhoods, and both of
Yeah.
them in the
So
streets.
how
They
you
be in
think
jail
women
together,
feel
all
though?
type of stuff. How you say? How you think the woman feel?
How you think you saying basically like women shouldn't do X, Y, and Z far as having babies or dealing with other people?
Yeah,
Because it's real true,
I'm
right?
very, yeah, I'm very.
But how you
I had a
think that we
conversation with another
feel?
one of
Because
my friends. Oh,
in
about
my
men
world,
having a
I
bunch of
call it
children.
community debt. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I call it
Exactly.
community
My
debt.
baby papa got 5 kids. 5. I got 1. So who's the community that?
I got two children 6 months apart, but I still believe that's my
Who's the
God given right
community say?
to have a bunch of children because, see, when God made a man and a woman, he also decided that for how many days is in 9 months? I know y'all know. How many weeks is that? 36 weeks or some
No, we
women
don't.
always be saying?
Oh yeah,
30, like
40
30.
weeks.
right.
40 weeks. Okay, so you could get pregnant one time a year. I could get a girl pregnant every day. Then I can get some coochie from a different girl. I can get 365 girls pregnant in one year. That shows that I'm supposed to do that. That's a natural ability God gave me. That's my super. That's my superpower. That's what makes me a man. You can make the baby, but you only can make one a year, two at the max. This is science. This is math. This is regular math. So
That
that's why
I mean,
I always feel like I rank um that women should gotta respect the way what she do with her coochie because it's a prized possession. You gotta make sure whoever you letting sit you down for them 40 weeks is worth sitting you down for them 40 weeks.
Real
for
talk.
Okay?
40 weeks.
Don't be letting anybody sit you
That's
down for them
true.
40
That's
weeks.
real.
That
That's
is
real
See?
true.
So
talk.
that's
Then you gotta
crazy,
deal
but
with
see,
bullshit like this.
so I think that in those situations where you got multiple baby fathers, like a woman need to sit back and look at who is these child fathers because it's crazy because you be in these unique situations. Like I got two children, and both my children are the middle children to each woman. And I don't speak on how the other baby fathers deal with them or what they do for the children, but I know when my son's birthday come, I get all six of them, both baby mothers' children, and my new baby and my fiance, and I take them out with their friends. And people be looking like all them your kids. I be like, nah, these they brothers and sisters from their different households. They like, damn, you a good
Exactly.
dude.
But if you
But
beefing
but
with the wife, if you beefing with the other baby mothers, you wouldn't be able to do that, right?
yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. But I do that to show whoever they dealing with, like I ain't here for the woman. I'm here, believe
Here
it
for
or
the
not,
kids.
for the well being of the children, so that they do see some type of like this dude kid. Like I don't know what happened between him and my mom, but he was a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He made sure that he made us a group. He made sure we knew my brother's other siblings. He made sure I made sure my son know all my daughter's siblings, and I made sure my daughter know all my son's siblings. And they see each other outside and on the train and moving throughout with their parents, and they start walking up to each other talking, and they be like, "Who is that?" And they be like, "Oh, that's my brother's brother. Oh, that's my sister's sister." And the parents was
Yep.
amazed, like they were like, "I forgot what these children look like." I said, "Yeah, of course you did, but I can't let them grow up not really knowing who
Not knowing
their
who they
brother,
are,
who
who
I
they
their
can feel
related
family
to."
is.
that.
Yeah, like these your half brothers and half sisters. I'm like, that's important to me. Like overall, no matter what type of bond or relationship, like we wasn't even talking at the time since I did some of that stuff. But that doesn't affect how I treat the children, how I want them to see me, because I want to be so as the good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that dude was nice. He was a good father. He even looked out for me and my brothers and sisters sometimes when he could. because that goes a long way into their development and when they grow up and how they project themselves. So if they ever put themselves being in a situation like mine, it's like go into the situation open minded. Don't go into it being
Yeah.
rude with the next baby father or none of that. And I noticed that they say kill people with kindness, but I noticed that the other baby fathers really didn't. They took to the point like they didn't like me because of that type of stuff because they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So they look at me like that nigga think he better than me. But I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm better than you. I just feel like this is what's right because I have a baby with this woman. So and then some dudes get
Mhm.
mad because they want the woman and the woman don't want them no more. Not saying that the woman want me, but the woman she moved on with her
Don't
life.
want
And
them.
some dudes so caught up
Want them.
on her. Oh yeah, she ain't dealing with me. Fuck that baby. And I done seen it, and it's crazy that that type of stuff really
And that's
exists.
what
Like
I,
dudes really don't take care of their baby because the girl don't want to deal with them or even be their side chick, or if they take care of the baby, they want to have sex with them and all that. Like, dudes is crazy, man. Like, that's some weird stuff, but dudes really is crazy like that. That's 95% of why
yeah.
some dudes don't take care of their kids. I really think they can't have the girl how they want her.
That's real.
Any telling
Yeah.
her
And that's
anything.
and that was a situation that you with my baby father, you know what I'm saying? You decided to get married, you moved on, you had another kid. That was your choice, not no choice of mine, but that was the choice you made. So not don't neglect the child that you already knew you had been there since day one because you decided you want to move on. That's where
Mhm.
it gets a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? Because now you moved on, had enough family, but then you forget about the family or the people that you had before.
Yeah.
And then it's
And
then
not
it's
to
now your baby mother versus your wife or your baby father versus your husband because now they looking at each other like this person in the middle been lying to each and every to all of us this whole time, but y'all you want us to be beefing with each other when again it ain't got nothing to do with you. It got to do with that person and they kid being a good mother,
yeah,
being a good father. That's what the only thing that people really want at the end of the day is make sure that
right.
they significant not significant other, but they sperm donors or whoever gave birth that the other one is there for their kids. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
But when
I've
you have that
noticed,
absence, it's like, what do you do?
Go ahead, see.
I've
Because yeah,
noticed on the internet that G Herbo and Emily's daughter and what's the young lady name?
Ari,
Ari.
Ari.
Uh-huh.
They show a kind of a unity thing at the baby's party of how they all get along.
yeah,
So it kind of sets the tone for a little bit for the next generation to
Yeah.
kind of like maybe we'll start seeing different because those Instagram people they have a lot of influence on society. So maybe that would kind of like change the narrative of always think they have to beef with the next person or whatever like that. Like there's always some drama going down in our culture when it comes down to baby mama, baby drama wives, and all that other crap.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
now
think
you're
white
talking
people
about
have it too.
somebody
This is not
famous.
publicized a lot.
Wait. But now you talking about like now when you talk about famous people, you know what I'm saying? It's like the culture says it's okay. Now one of the famous families that's been co-parenting and seems to be doing good now is Sierra and Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah,
happened with Future and that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? At first it was a little problem that was going back between Sierra and Future. And Russell Wilson, he stepped back. He didn't say nothing. He didn't address it because it's not for him to address. But what he did do was still step up for Little Future to be that that other male model in his life. And he's been taking care of that little boy since day one, like it was his own. And now they got two
right.
more beautiful kids. And
It's not
little
that bad.
Future got two brothers, a brother and a sister. Like for them to not, for Russell Wilson in the future to be like, well, I don't fuck with you and I don't fuck with you and go back and forth on the internet, that would look really fucking stupid. What all
E
this man is trying to do is move on.
E for the new guest that's on that's just tuning in, run down what we talking about again. What's the topics?
Well, I got actually before I say topics, I got Lady O. Y'all remember Lady O? She's listening live on my Facebook. Hey, beautiful. We appreciate you. But for everybody else, like I said, y'all can check us out on our YouTube channel. We're live right now. It's Street Talk TV. Push your notifications. You can make comments. We'll put it up live as we're streaming. We don't have, I had somebody that asked, did we have a call-in number? Unfortunately, we don't have a call-in number because they had some shit to say about this topic. But if you don't know what the topic is baby mothers versus wives and baby fathers versus husbands. So if you are tuning in, we definitely appreciate it. Again, we're here every Tuesday for Trending Topic Tuesdays, every Thursday for Throwdown Thursday. So, yep.
Yep. And look, I want to say this. For the women, on the women's side, I think it's important that obviously the women are the caregivers already by nature. So on for the women, y'all definitely need to get on a level. If you're going through like what you said, you kind of going through in a way, especially with him having a wife, stuff like that. And it's very important for the women to get on a level for the kids again, even if it's not for themselves, just for the kids again alone. Because again, y'all are the ones most of the time that taking care of the kids, that's doing the nurturing, that's doing everything really for the kids for most of the time. So, and we know that even as men, Hood, he's an exception because he does a lot for the kids. But for the most part, we know it's most of the women that's really doing it on that level. So, y'all really got to come together when it's differences like that. Especially for the kids, because that's the last thing they obviously need to see with the women, and y'all are the caregivers, man. Y'all are the nurturers. You already know that probably affect them probably more than the men. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For real. So that's my thought on it, though.
I agree.
Yeah, teach them how to be little bitter jumps. Cause that's all it's doing. Teaching them girls, little girls, how to be bitter, and teaching them little boys how to be community painters, like them ladies said.
Yeah.
That's all they
Community.
do. Cause see,
Community
my
painter.
son, that's what I want. I'm glad I changed the way I projected myself though, cause I felt like my son, because I used to want to be light skinned when I was little, but I couldn't be light skinned. So I had sex with a light skinned girl and got a light skinned person that looked like me. So I know when he grow up, he gonna be getting all the pussy, right? So with that being said, he needs to see
What?
me. He needs to see me being a good man because as he grows,
Yeah.
he gonna have a lot of women. So I don't want him to think that's normal because I used to had all these girlfriends, and my family was like, you realize you somebody's father. I never really paid attention to her, but we used to always have different girls at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Every year, I got a different girlfriend. I got my son, and they like, damn, this nigga don't keep a girl. He don't keep the same girl. And I was like,
Wow.
damn, how
Well,
he
you in
think
the
about that?
pocket now. You got a fiance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm
It's
like,
gonna be the
now
same
he
girl at every cookout forever now.
At every cookout now.
Yeah, good, good, good. Because he needs to see that. Because he needs to know that's what a man do. Because I thought about this a couple nights ago. I had to get the sex demon off of me because I had a sex demon. Like I could literally go somewhere and talk to a girl for like 30 minutes to an hour, and somehow that turned into me having sex with her. And it was the
Oh my
craziest thing. I don't care where I was at. I don't care where I was at or what I was doing. I never used to do it at work. But if I go to any bar or get around any girl, 30 minutes to an hour,
Oh, you
somehow
in it.
I'm having
You
sex with
in
the
it.
girl.
That's
Yay!
all it
Like
take,
You
Hood.
in it.
yay. You know what I'm saying? We be drinking, chilling. Next thing I know, we having sex. And I used to just bring them home, bring them around my friends. And they're like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, man, I don't even know. And the crazy thing was, I seen a girl last week at the mall. I was looking for an engagement ring. And you know, everybody got wearing these masks now. But the girls wear that long, big glass thing on their face.
Uh,
Yeah.
She was with her fiance. She was like, I saw you at the mall picking out rings for your girlfriend. I forgot the girl name and everything. I was like, who the fuck is
Oh
this?
my
Got a
God.
message on Facebook and all that. And I was like, who is this? She was like, I
Damn.
saw you picking. She said, no, she said, that chain and them earrings that you picked out for your girlfriend or fiance was real cute. I was like, who the hell is this?
You
She was
was
like, yeah, I was
talking.
standing with my boyfriend. I was standing with my fiance. I didn't want to say nothing. And I forgot all about having sex with this girl. I said, man, I gotta stop doing what I'm doing. I got back in the car, almost cried because I said, I'm so glad I changed my life. Cause I was really on a road for destruction. The devil had me. Cause I was just
I'm
jumping in
telling
all
you.
the beds.
Isn't
I
it
was in
glad that we
everybody's
changed the
bed.
life?
And the boyfriend, he was one of them aggressive dudes too. Like if she would have said she knew me, he would have beat me up.
But he would have beat you up.
Straight up.
He would
Yeah,
beat you
cause he already know what type of girl she is. You know what I'm saying? Dudes only try to fight you
up.
when they know they girlfriend a thought. Like if your girl ain't no thought and she know you, you don't got nothing to worry about. But you hug any girl I be doing, like, how you know that nigga? What's up with you? What's up?
But
Like
no,
niggas don't know girls out here. What y'all did before? Like for real, you gotta get down
nah.
to the backstory
But I'm
of what
glad you
happened.
have changed your life, Hood. I'm glad you have
Yeah.
changed your life because we don't need
Hey,
no
I changed
more
my life.
little hoodlets. We don't need no more little hoodlets
Yeah.
running around. We don't need
No,
no
we
more
don't.
hoodlets running
look,
around, okay?
look.
But
I'm
I
a
am so glad that I've changed my life as well because that message I would have got, you tell me to come to your address. If I was the old explicit, I would have been there in 2.5 seconds knocking on motherfuckers' doors and dragging a bitch. But again,
Hmm.
it ain't worth it. You know,
It's
if it
called
ain't about the
progress.
kids, don't fucking call me. Don't text me. Don't nothing if it ain't about the kids. There's no need for us to communicate. If I need to talk to anybody, I'm going to talk to my child or my baby father. You are irrelevant. Just like a nigga needs to say, if a nigga's in a female chooses another dude and the baby father, he should not address the baby father. That is something that his baby mother needs to address. That has nothing to do with the other person in that
Yeah.
situation. They need to address that problem. You're just included in that situation on the after effect. They have a whole nother situation going on. If I need to address anything, I'm gonna address my baby father or I'm gonna address my child. Anybody else is irrelevant because they wasn't there when we had her, they wasn't there when we made her, and they not gonna be there if things don't work out between whoever. th- you're irrelevant. And I'm so glad I found Jesus and I got too much to lose to be dragging bitches. But yeah, I think people need to stay in their place as far as when it comes to these relationships. If you ain't the initial baby father or baby mother, stay out of it.
yeah. And look,
Attention
I'm gonna
don't
say
win.
this, E. I'm gonna say this, E. Just to piggyback what Hood was talking about because this for the dudes that most men, most guys need to really listen to what that man's saying for real. And I'm gonna give Hood a shout out because this man really practiced what he preached for real. He
Okay.
say a lot of wild stuff, but Hood really practiced what he preached. And when he telling you not only that he take care, all them kids like he was saying, and make sure everybody is on a level, knowing each other and everything else. Like the men need to understand that's the type of leadership that we need to put out there when it comes to another baby father or the husband, baby mothers, even for the women, all of that. It goes back to, being mature, basically. Just being mature, you know what I mean? And what Hood is talking about is really setting the standard that most guys need to really start taking focus to and tuning in to what he be saying with certain things like that because we gotta get on a level with each other as black men period. We gotta get on a level with each other and start trying to really understand each other a little bit better and realize that ain't neither one of us no different from each other for real. Ain't even one of us
Yeah.
no different for real. A lot of us even grow up and come up the same way, dealing with a lot of same stuff like we talking about now. E, that's what I was saying. We are those kids that have went through some of those little traumatizing situations when you growing up dealing with your parents and stuff. It's a lot of us out there that's already went through that. So for the guys, man, y'all get on a level, man, with each other Exactly what Hood's saying. It don't have to be anybody looking at anybody sideways. Just because you might be another baby father. None of that means anything had to go left or shit gotta be sideways. Any of that. Y'all remember that movie? And I don't know why I can't think of the name because Tupac is like one of my favorite artists of all time, and Tupac was in the shit with Tone Loc. Remember Tone Loc? And they was in the movie, and what's the name? Their baby mother was she was doing drugs and shit. But both of them was cool
Yeah.
with each other in the movie and shit. And they was at the house together at the baby mother house. And remember they had to jump. They had to jump this dude that was in the house. Apparently she was messing with or something. Man, I don't know why I can't
Yep.
remember
The
the
kids
movie.
was in the yeah. I think I kind of remember, especially when you said Tone Loc. Damn, what was
Man,
the
I
name of that
don't know
movie
why I
again?
can't remember that joint, but Tupac was in the joint. And the only thing I'm saying is exactly what Hood was saying earlier. You know what I mean? Even if you have the same baby mother, men men should be able to be on a level, especially if y'all ain't never had no beef, if y'all don't even know each other, stuff like that. So it's you definitely need to be on a certain level that doesn't have to be negative, basically. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
man,
Yep.
and then back to the kids. To end it off, and that's really what it's all about. Back to the kids. You know what I mean? And I stayed trying to help the kids out. Y'all already know we deal with the Beat Your Feet boys. I've been down with the youth center and the Beat Your Feet boys.
Yep.
Since back in the day with us hood and, around the south side, and you know what I mean. So it all go back to the kids and helping them understand. Just like we was just saying about the BET Awards the other night with Lil Nas X and stuff, and not to put that back out there again, just letting the kids have some type of
What they see
understanding.
is what they
You know what I
register.
mean?
What they
Right.
see is what they register.
Don't just put negative stuff out there to them. Obviously, they need to see the positive side when it comes to the relationships and and their two parents. Obviously, even if
Yeah,
y'all don't mess with each other, even if y'all don't like each other, it still gotta be some type of positive dynamic for the kids,
Yep.
regardless. You
because
know,
I don't talk bad about the children's
Oh, it was
mothers.
poetic justice. It was poetic
poetic
justice.
justice, poetic
I
Oh
got true love and
Yeah,
you're hard to find. She said it was poetic justice.
poetic justice,
yeah.
yo, man. And see, and Tupac and Tone Loc was cool, but it was showing you right then that two black men with the same baby mother ain't have to be on a negative with each other. They was
Right.
cool with each other, and that's what you talking about,
hmm
Hood.
yeah. That's the
Right.
best way to do it, And like you say, the children, that type
Ain't
of stuff do
no.
traumatize them, and you want them to have a good reflection of relationships. So I don't even speak bad on the kids neither.
Oh.
So I don't even speak
Here,
bad on the
period.
kids.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Look, it's
So
um,
I don't.
it's closing out time for real, for real.
Well,
E
Sierra, do you have
C,
anything else that you want to add before we do close out?
run it down, C.
No, I don't have anything else to add for tonight's topic, but it's your girl Sierra C. You can follow me on Instagram at underscore I am Sierra C. Um, these topics are always touchy, but I feel like these topics are meant to be had, right? Someone have to break the silence. Someone have to be man enough as hood, for example, just stand up and change the narrative. As women, we do, as an example, as Splizzard have to grow out of them toxic, bitter ways. And then we could kill the narrative of being mad black women, right? To change the narrative for the children that we are raising and become better women in the future. But with all that being said, any topics that you guys want to hear from us, please drop them down in the chat. Please feel free to reach out to us because here we are here to serve you guys and we are family here and no topic is untouchable. Like we here to talk about whatever,
For the
right?
people, by
So let
the
us know. For
okay,
the people, by the people, let us know what's up. Go ahead and
that's
split
it.
it, close it out, baby.
Oh, well, E, did you just have something else to say real quick?
Nah, I ain't had nothing else to say, man. That's
Okay.
everything was lit. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, comment stuff. Man, y'all catches, y'all know where the catches at. E, run it down.
All right. Well, y'all already know I'm your girl, Lady Explicit. This is Street Talk TV. You can check us out again every Tuesday for Trending Topic Tuesdays and every Thursdays for Throwdown Thursdays at 8 p.m. Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure y'all hit them notifications so that as soon as we go live, you'll be right there with us. Because here at Street Talk TV, everyone is a correspondent,
Correspondent.
and we want to hear from you guys, and we want to understand what again, like Sierra said, she said it perfectly. We are here for y'all. So if y'all got some topics that y'all want to talk about, y'all got some things y'all want to get off y'all chest and y'all want us to address it, best believe we are here for that, and we definitely will. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll see y'all Tuesday. So make sure y'all have a great holiday weekend. It's 4th of July. It's July 1st. So the ban is lifted. Everybody start walking. Look, we can walk around and breathe some air, okay?
Uh,
We'll see y'all soon.
all right, we out. Holla.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night,
All
America.
right.
Good night, good
Good night.
night, good night.
Good night.